Hello, my friends. Today we're gonna make reversed type of stream because I have already posted the final video. So it's like this stream about the creation, but the video itself is already available. So you can find the final video on my regular list of videos, and it's called I Have to Die Every Night, All the Silence, and the third project is Wild-Eyed and Wicked. So here we go. The project is just completed. The video is available. So I will need just to, to talk a little bit about this, each project. And the first project, of course, is the All the Silence. And this is pretty unique case, because I have never seen something like this one. And the story about deaf people and community of people with malfunctions or inability to hear, and the main character, which is the one of these girls, she's not completely deaf, but she's losing her ability to hear, and throughout the season we can actually feel the struggle that she goes through. The second project is I Have to Die Every Night. The Spanish title is just so big, I cannot even read that correctly, So let's just stick to English version, which is I Have to Die Every Night. So this project is completely this is something just it's just flawless. I think that this project is the best TV show I have seen recently, and probably I have seen in last few years probably. Again, it's not only about lesbians, gays, all that stuff. The main reason why I really like something is the good work of production studio, the script, of course, the dialogues, the beautiful scenes, all of that make it be the most interesting project. So basically we have the regular lesbian couple, and one main character is the boy. Probably he is even more like the main character, as everybody else is, just because he is the center of the TV show, but we have we have a lot of like other characters, but he is the most important part of the cast. So it's probably, if you prefer just watching only lesbians movies or TV shows, you will kind of, you will get embarrassed by some scenes with like boys in toilet. Like there were like 3 boys in one scene that were, involved in kind of, they were involved in kind of situation that probably would get you embarrassed. So the lesbian couple is just that regular. There is nothing actually that I would like to, to say about them, because they are beautiful women and they are together at some point, but it turns out that the other girl, like the younger one, probably she kind of, cheated a little bit. I don't know exactly why, but I don't think that she really she was really trying to hurt her girlfriend. It was like just a single situation, probably. So all the silence TV show is that special, when I really think that every fucking minute, every dialogue, even though we cannot even understand what they're talking about, like, the gestures and the language. Of course, the language is Spanish, mostly. Like they trying to mix Spanish language with the language of gestures, and the gestures, if you even don't understand the gestures, you can probably watch it like with subtitles or something, but it's not even necessarily, because I understood all the dialogues, all the like gestures, no matter what, without having subtitles. So it's not even a case, to have them, since everything is understandable, just perfectly. And I can say that the language of gestures and the language of like emotions, all the the language of body, I'd say, like all the movements, all the all the moments, that all was just beautiful. I can completely just watch it like without skipping any moment, just because everything is beautiful. And I didn't even get embarrassed by any scene, like because I'm not easy to get embarrassed. I have seen a lot of TV shows, of course, and I wouldn't get embarrassed just by one fucking scene in like in a toilet or something. So we have that scene, like, um in the club, this one, and the main character, the main boy of the TV show, is the curly one. Probably the other boy is kind of the main as well, but not that important. So this scene is pretty long, and we have the whole scene. But it's just divided into little pieces. And the third project is Wild-Eyed and Wicked, which is like, the only like horror or like romcom style in this video, because just it's American project, and American just recently they have produced a lot of like horror rom-com, like that all styles, and this is really like popular recently. And I think that it feels like every second project, no matter what style it is, rom-com, just horror or action, every second project like literally has at least one lesbian couple, which is good for me as content creation, of course. So we have a lot of content to work with, and this one is just as good as any other project I've got recently. It has something that I like, with that darkness, with that style of like typical horror movie. But I Have to Die Every Night is mostly like a romance, or it's mostly like a drama. There is like a little hint of comedy probably, but it's only a little. So we've got the scene from the club's toilet, and the first meeting of two girls, and this girl who cheated, she kind of she was trying to kind of help her girlfriend, because her girlfriend was feeling bad, and after having a lot of drinks, they went to toilet, and she met this like another girl, and of course she got her number, and after that, like, they would go on kind of a date or something, and everything was like going slowly, but it's like a regular cheating situation. And of course, like, everything just happened in front of the other girl, and I think that it's obviously like, to everyone in this trio that something was gonna happen. At this point, we have another scene from Wild-Eyed and Wicked. It's just kiss, and the script, the plot, like, of this movie was kind of I didn't even see the main point of script, but I think that it's something about, like, the girl that is less curly, and she is the main character. At some point she was hanging out with this girl, but like the core of the movie, I don't know actually what it is, because I only have like a couple of scenes from that one, and probably it's something really interesting. So you just need to watch it, like, in its entirety, so you would understand that story. But the story of All the Silence TV show is just that simple. You don't even need to watch it, like in its entirety. You don't even watch, like, you don't even need to understand like Spanish or something. You just need to watch, and enjoy like every second, probably, because it's not even about language, it's not even about the words or something. It's all about the actions and the movements, like gestures. So we have a little part, like short part from I Have to Die Every Night, and it's like, that embarrassing moment, but it's not like completely like the most embarrassing moment from that TV show, because there was like far more embarrassing shit, and of course I didn't put it right there because for some reason, we are just trying, proceed cautious in terms of the getting any problems with YouTube. It's just typical situation. The three guys in the toilet in the club, trying to sharing and their feelings, and one of them just one of them like is trying to escape, like the main one, so he has escaped, and that's all. Like there was nothing actually happened. I just put something like this, to mix and to make it more complicated, because they were, at least he was the main part of the TV show, so you cannot just ignore the main character and just put whoever you want, just just because you only like lesbians. So you basically you get embarrassed by gays, because it's so common for someone who likes lesbians, and who probably obsesses with them. You know, like if you really get obsessed with lesbians, it's most likely that you get embarrassed with gays because it's just how it works. And I noticed that just because I have done a lot of videos like this, and I can see the reaction, like, you know, and I can analyze something like what people really think about. But basically, I don't understand how you can really just, you know, support like the one side of the spectrum, but ignore or hate the other side. I don't understand how it could be, you know, even a little, just because it's like the same thing, but it's just the opposite side of the spectrum, you know. So this girl, she is probably like, you know, working with fashion or something, just because we have this shit on the door that looks like she is kind of artist or stylist. I don't know actually, but it doesn't really matter. We have this as the transition, and it works as a good transition between this shit and the other scene like this. So we don't have like the real, like, you know, we don't have the real part of the body like this, but we have something like plastic or and the next scene, this one, the, like, you know, that was the very beginning of the silence, all the silence. By the way, all the silence is the movie, and yeah, I kind of messed up with what is movie or what is TV show, just because I have a lot of them, but this one is a movie. It's not a TV show. The only TV show I have is the I Have to Die Every Night. This one. So the two other, they are movies. So this scene was at the very beginning, and I didn't even know that one of those girls, she was like completely deaf, and she only speaks like using the gestures, but she she understands the gestures only in writing, but she speaks the Spanish language. She can speak. So that means she is a deaf woman. But the other woman, she is not like a completely deaf woman. She partly lost her like ability to hear, and she was still like, you know, visiting doctors and she got doctors to watch her ears. So that means basically that she's still struggling, or to make your ability to hear like better, or she still have like kind of hope that she can, like improve her ability. But I don't know exactly, like, diagnose or something like, but she can hear other people, but of course her ability is just not that good, and this is kind of situation when it's not that common when we have, deaf people, like one of them is completely deaf and they are together as lesbians. It's not actually that common, I didn't see a single movie or TV show, with deaf lesbian couple or gay couple. And that is what makes it interesting. That is what makes it really like, distinguishable. This scene is basically just, it's like a regular shower scene. Like, we have watched a lot of those. I actually have like, 10 more scenes like in my videos with shower scene like this, and there is nothing like new, but it's just beautiful. So this scene is pretty long. You can just, you can watch the like that part, and that there was like, 5 more minutes of them getting this shower, but I only put one little part just because, that scene was pretty intense, and there was a lot of kissing and a lot of that stuff, like they were making out, and of course it would get my video age restricted because that was just too intense, even though there was no nudity. In my opinion, the nudity is something that is obviously, like showing you a part of the body, but there was like no any of those parts. So it was like it was only too much intense. And almost the final scene, this one, this is the girl from the club, and they are together at this point, and this is a kind of cheating situation. But since I don't have really like English subtitles or something, like I don't really understand why they did that, because I didn't watch it with like, understanding a single word, just because it was completely in Spanish. But from what I have seen, I can say that they just, hanging out just I don't think that there were any intentions, like, to get it any further. Like, it's not like it's not like it's gonna go, like, in a long term. It's more like, just affair. It seems like it's an affair, like. And the last part just is the final, like, the final part of this thing is just when they just, getting close, getting close, and that is the last part when you actually can see them together, because after this part, after this moment, there there was no, like, there was no moment they were together. There was no, like, scene like this. And this is what I really don't understand, just because, it's kind of cliffhanger, because they made it like this is a movie about, like, lesbian couple. At least this is a movie when we have them. But after, like, this kiss, the other girl, she just disappeared completely, and she didn't even, appear once after this situation. So it's kind of weird, because you only have one, like, this short part, and after that, like, she has gone, like, and I don't understand why they did that. Like, they could have put more parts like this, just because people really like it, and it would make it more interesting, I think. I have the music which I already used previously, but I didn't use it, like, in its entirety. I only used the short part of this music. So this time, this video is already available with the entire version of this music, like, of this Spanish song, and you can actually just, watch this video. Like, the final version is already available on my channel, so you can just watch. And if you have subscribed long ago, you probably remember that video, but it's only, like, for those who were subscribed, like, long ago, like half a year ago probably. I published that video, like, there was Elite season 5 or 6, I don't remember. But there was a lot of views, like, that video has like 1 million or something more, even though we have the short part of the song. that song is pretty good. Like, you know, it's just that beautiful. So people really like people just really like that song, and they ask me what the song is, like, you know, but I didn't even know at that point. Like, I only know right now what that song is like, but I didn't have the long version, like when I first time used this song. So again, we mixed all the club scenes at the beginning just to make it more like, you know, to make it more that dancing vibe, but we don't put usually I put a lot of dancing, but this time it's just not that much, you know. It's like only at the beginning. And just because this song is pretty intense, and this is the Spanish song, and it's actually a good song, so we have tried just, you know, to fit that vibe, just to make it more vibing, like, you know. And it feels like I kind of managed to make it that way. Especially I like the part like this, because it goes with the music pretty well, you know. And then we just have this shit, and I used just this like like, you know, as the transition between like club and this room, like kitchen. Because if I you know, like if I put this scene like without this transition, it would have been like kind of weird, because there would be no connection, you know. And there should be some connection between the different parts, otherwise it would look like, you know, strange or unprofessional, even I would say kind of unprofessional. Even though I don't consider myself like, you know, to be a professional editor, I mostly understand what I'm doing, because it's easy to say if someone doing really good job or he doesn't, just because, you know, you have some experience, you can notice everything, you can understand the level of people's skills at something. And just because you have kind of experience in that industry, you can really understand the like how good that person is or not. Just it's easy actually. And we have a lot of bad videos. I have a lot of bad videos. I have a lot of like videos I would never watch again. And I did them, I made them because that was necessarily to create something, just for like content creation. To make YouTube really work well, you have to make something like, regularly. Like you have to create content like, at least like once a week or something. So it's not always like a good result. Sometimes you probably don't even like what you have done, because sometimes if you've done the really good video and you've got the good feedback, you probably think that, oh, it really works, I have to make more like this. But the next video just, it flops, and it flops, but you just thought that it would really work just because it's kind of similar to like the other one. But it doesn't really have it work, because I think that YouTube has the kind of, algorithms that only suggest your videos when people react like immediately after you uploaded your video, or if you really just pushed your video by any means, by any promotions. Like if you really pushed your video, like no matter what you use, actually, just because you have already pushed your video and it's getting more views, so YouTube understands that it should be getting recommended more, and that is how it works actually. But if your video didn't get any views at the start of release, that means that people just don't like it, so YouTube would not recommend it. Like no matter what you can just put there, no matter what thumbnail you have, no matter what title you have, if people don't really like it, you cannot just force them to watch. And that is something that I really have struggled recently, because I really think that like at least like 2-3 recent videos, they flopped. At least like two videos, recent videos, they flopped in terms of the views, in terms of the like performance. And the reason was actually that it was obviously like the summertime, and probably like I have probably I have chosen the wrong music. That is what I really think about it. And I have chosen really good music this time, because this music is really good, and it's actually hard, to make it worse. It's actually, it's almost like, it's manageable, and this song is pretty easy to use because you can put a lot of parts, like, dancing, short parts from like club, from like from club's toilet, no matter what. And because this music is pretty like, it's pretty easy to use, and it's pretty easy to edit with this music. And I edited this video like fast, and I didn't get any struggle, using this music, just because I really just feel the vibe. I really feel that music, just, and the way I need to use like my parts of the TV shows, and I feel the way I have to use the song. So there was nothing, like that difficult. And it's actually important what music you just picked, because if you usually just, choose the music that you just listen like on a daily basis, just, if you just listen to music and you use the same music that you listen to, so it's obviously, it's not necessarily means that it would get you like a good result in terms of the, like, like people would like it in terms of like attention or performance on YouTube, because just you like it, it doesn't mean that other people would like it. So I think it's better just, to use the music that you actually probably just would never even listen to, but you have to put it in your video. Just, you have to put it to see the reaction, because you have to try, more different types of music, and not only the music that you like. And I personally recommend you just to use more different types of the music, just because it really works. It really works, and it would get more, like, more variety of audiences, like different people with different tastes would come in to your channel, like, and it would get you more views, and of course more, like, different audiences that are always a good like a good moment for any creator, when you start getting like different audiences, not only like, someone who likes like TV shows, or like watching lesbians or something. You would get people that don't even come to your channel to watch lesbians or something, you would get them just because you created a good video, just because they would feel that this person just making something really good, that person really just deserves my subscription, just like this. So this is why I'm trying to not be like fixated only on like lesbian movies or something. We're trying to put different relationships, different stories, and different countries, different productions. Like it's mostly Spanish. It's mostly like Spanish industry, but I think that it's just because Spain, just right now, Spain has the best probably production of like movies and TV shows, and it's getting even better than in my opinion than American production, just because Spain put a lot of effort to like secure its viewers, and Spanish like movies and TV shows, they not easy to like to deliver them like illegally, or just because you would get punished just for sharing something that was made in Spanish. You would get blocked, or you would get strike on YouTube, of course, if you just share something copyright restricted or something like and they put a lot of effort in that, like restricting people from sharing their content. Of course, like within Spain, you can probably find a lot of sources, but it's not actually easy to find like any Spanish TV show or movie if you just live like not in Spain. If you live in any other country, they made it actually difficult to other people like around the world, like and it makes Spanish production like more unique, because it's, of course, it's only like first of all, it's for like Spanish speaking people, but right now it's like the best probably like industry in Spain, and you can just you can agree or don't, but I just feel like this like Spanish industry is huge, and this is so big, and it's like getting even like it's like getting even more viewers, like from other countries who even don't speak or understand Spanish. Like, people just like something that is really good. And I have just noticed that most people just, ask me about like Spanish TV shows. They most just, they mostly just looking for something that was made in Spain. The worst part that is we cannot really even find any subtitles. Like the majority of TV shows like don't even have subtitles. And if you cannot, like get subscription, like to watch them like with official subtitles or something, there is no actually, there's no way you can just, find any available subtitles on internet or something, just because it doesn't exist. And I think that at this point I really consider Spain, as the like some places, like, it's like one of those places when you really would feel yourself better as the YouTube content creator, if you are a content creator, I think the process of content creation would be like way easier if you live in Spain, just because you would get all the stuff, you would get all the projects, and you would probably understand, because at that point you would already like speak like regular Spanish, like, like at the beginner level probably, and you would have like advantage in terms of the content creation, and you would produce a lot of content. Like, it's really important if you monetize your channel. It's really important if you really put a lot of effort in your channel, and you really want just, to improve yourself, like in language, in like content creation, like any other aspect. I think like moving on to another country is the best solution for any person, like, who really wanna just get closer to that industry, So it's really like a dream, like, to get closer to something that we really like, and getting to that country, living there, speaking their language, watching their movies, like creating projects, and like cooperating with people right there. I think that is really turning point of any content creation. Like when you really got closer, you would have all the opportunities, all the instruments at your hands, and you can use all the you can use just all of them. But now it feels like I just feel like I'm doing my work with one of my hands just tied back, like tied behind my back, and I'm trying to expand. I'm trying to find a solution, for better content, and I'm trying to get more interesting streams, more interesting subjects. So if you really like this theme or subject, when I don't only talking about when I only observing something not related to TV shows, actually, because we really just usually we just talking about the TV show project or something that I edited. I think that I just need to touch more different subjects. I need just to I just need to be closer to that industry and understanding how it works, no matter what I'm doing right now. And at the point when you managed to get to that country or to that place you dreamed of, you only wanted to get there. At that point, you probably already have kind of influence. So it's better just it's better to create your community when you have kind of influence in terms of the subject, when you really get people entertained and you really get people uh, watch your videos, not just because it's about like, you know, a subject they like, or it's about like a certain movie or TV show. You get people entertained just because your personality, and that is that influence of personality. And I'm currently just, I'm working on my, you know, like on my most interesting like sides of personality, just because I previously just I had never previously, like, you know, streamed, or I don't even consider myself like a streamer. I'm just trying, you know, to find like a content that would actually work, you know. So, and I'm trying to improve, like, you know, myself. I'm trying to improve like personality, like get people entertained. And of course I want to create more different styles, more different types of content. But at this point I feel like this is the only type of content that I really can produce, and that I really can just create no matter what, no matter how good I feel, or no matter what day it is. You know, this is the only type of content that I really enjoy to create, even it's not getting like millions of views. It's something that I really enjoy, like, because it's just a subject that I really like, and I can really just, you know, I can be talking about this subject like for a whole day if I had a person, like, you know, to talk to. So guys, you can watch the final video. It's already available, and you can find it on my regular list of my videos on the main page. You probably you easily can find it, I know it. But most important part is that this stream is after the final video was released. So that means that this stream needs more views as of now, just because the final video has already like 10,000 views or something. So if you really just, you know, if you really feel that this subject is something, you know, interesting, or something that you would really like to watch more, you can like this stream to push it to more audiences, just to make it more visible, because, you know, it's important to me, and I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to push my streams. I'm trying to push this type of content. And the final video performed pretty good. I think the 10,000 views in like less than 1 day, it's a good result. But I'm more focused on streams rather than on regular videos, because I know that regular videos, no matter what, they would get like 10,000, at least like 5,000 views in 1 day. But it's actually it's like most important when you have your original content, like this stream is original content, and when you can just really push it to more audiences. So if you really can just like this stream, it would get more viewers, and it would help me. So thank you for watching, and I think that the next video will be like the other day, or probably it would be better, like it would be better to go live before publishing final video, so we can see the result of this stream. If it really gets some views, some good views, I would do the final video before stream. But if it doesn't really get a lot of, or at least like 10,000 views, I would probably come back to format when I go live, and then I just publish the final video after the stream is done. That's all about the today's stream, and thank you for watching. See you later. I don't even know what the next TV show or movie would be, because I don't even have any. I have already used all of them, and I think that we're just waiting for something really good. And we have Elite Season 8, we have other projects, we have Elite in July. Probably it would be the next, it would be like the next big video, like a huge video, because Elite is always like a huge thing for content creators, because there were a lot of course, like scenes, that there was a lot of parts that we mostly use in videos, so before Elite, probably we would get something really good. So let's just wait for something to come out, and thank you for watching. See you later. Thank you for your attention. It's actually important. It's not about it's not even about views. It's about establishing this channel as the a big place for people who like the same subject, who like the same theme that I like. And this is about establishing me as the like content creator. So the views, they are important, but it's like it's more important that you just, you know, you just sharing feelings in comments, and you feel like this channel is pretty, like, you know, it's pretty that place where you would like to go, you know, like. And I appreciate someone who really comes back every time when I upload something. Like, my regular viewers, they are really important. So see you later. Watch the final video, it's already available. See you later, guys. Thank you. Bye.